What's going on, guys? Bengal again here, coming back at you with another video. Today we are rebuilding the Jacksonville Jaguars, but there's a little twist. As you can probably tell from the title and the thumbnail, this is the trading Jalen Ramsey Jaguars rebuild. We'll definitely get back around to the Jaguars, whether it's in a realistic style or fantasy, as this one is probably going to be. But this is an interesting thing because no one knows if this is actually going to happen or not. It seems like there's so many different things with Jalen Ramsey happening recently. Like, he had his back hurt, and then he was sick, or vice versa in that order. And now his wife's having a baby, so he keeps missing and missing and missing practices, workouts, whatever. He doesn't want to be in the Jaguars anymore. He doesn't think he's going to be on the Jaguars anymore. Where does Jalen Ramsey get traded to? If he gets traded at all. So we're going to figure that out today, and we are going to definitely be trading him and seeing if we can rebuild this team, whether that's focused around Nick Foles or somebody else. So the word I was looking there was somebody else with an S, but I developed a lisp, as I am prone to do randomly sometimes. I'm not really sure why. But we're going to rebuild the Jacksonville Jaguars, trading Jalen Ramsey. That's very painful to do. I'm not going to do that. Like for my ears, rather. Not just like, it doesn't hurt my tongue to do that. But yeah, let's go ahead and get into it. So, of course, we have to start with going over the roster per usual. And the starter is not going to be Josh Dobbs. We're going to play in a world where Nick Foles comes back. Of course, injuries are off for continuity's sakes. But we got Cam Robinson at left tackle. Probably could upgrade at that spot. Andrew Norwell, Brandon Linder. They're fine at left guard and center. However, at right guard, AJ Khan, not great, not ideal. Although, I will say, we can probably build around Juwan Taylor. Second-round pick out of Florida. Really, really good right tackle. Could have been a first-round pick very easily, if not for injury concerns that came up on draft day, supposedly. So, he fell a little bit, but easily could have been a first-round pick. And he starts out at a pretty high overall for a rookie at a 71. Or, it's not pretty high, but it's decent. Cam Robinson now, third-year player, he's got 2 years of experience. So, third-year player, only a 69 overall. Like, it's nice, but he's not that good, unfortunately. So, I think we'll probably look to upgrade at that position. At tight end, Seth DeValve, James O'Shaughnessy, Jeff Swaim. Not a great group, I'm going to be honest with you. At wide receiver, it's not too much better. There's a lot of okay players here. Marquise Lee, D.D. Westbrook, Chris Conley, Keelan Cole, DJ Chark. These are okay players. There's no true number one on this team as far as I'm concerned right now. Maybe DJ Chark can emerge into that role. But right now, I mean, it's a lot of lackluster players at that position, at least in the game. However, on defense, it's a little bit of a different story. So there are some absolute studs here. We'll start with the linebackers, Telvin Smith, Miles Jack, Jake Ryan. Of course, Telvin Smith is not playing this year as he's taking the year off to focus on mental health or whatever. Miles Jack, beast, just signed a big contract. Then Jake Ryan came over from the Packers in free agency. He's an okay player too. I'm kind of shocked to see him have star development, but can't complain. At safety, we've got Ronnie Harrison. He's got star development, so I always love to see that. And free safety, let me tell you something. Jerrod Wilson, not that good. His numbers, his attributes, he doesn't really have any redeeming qualities to him at all. His ratings are just pretty poor in general. But really the standout of this team on defense is Jalen Ramsey. He's only 24 years old. He's a 96 overall with Superstar X Factor. I really, really, really do not want to trade him, and I would never make this trade if it was not for the entire sake of the video, is this is trading Jalen Ramsey, Jacksonville Jaguars rebuild. So we're going to trade Jalen Ramsey, even if it doesn't end up happening in real life. We'll circle back to the Jaguars, so subscribe if you're new. Definitely like the video, because I know I've been talking about this recently, so it's like I don't ask for likes, but here I am recently asking for likes. Like the video, please. Do me a favor. I'm testing something. But we'll circle back to the Jaguars. Subscribe so you don't miss that video when it eventually comes out. AJ Boye, very good player. DJ Hayden, former first-round pick by the Raiders. Not really a great player. Didn't work out. Defensive line is fantastic. Yannick Ngakoue, I've been told it's unique a lot, but I'm not going to be saying that. And you say Bengal, that's ignorant. You're correct. Coleus Campbell, also another beast. Superstar X Factor. However, he is 33 years old. Very, very, very old. He's going to regress rapidly. I should trade him now, but I'm not going to because he's a beast. And then, of course, the rookie out of Kentucky, Josh Allen. Very versatile player. I think he could even be an off-the-ball linebacker, play outside linebacker for us in a 4-3, although he is such an explosive pass rusher. He is so fast off the edge that you'd be maybe not utilizing him to his full ability in a role, but I also don't want him to be defensive end, right? I want him to be a 3-4 outside linebacker, but I don't like the way 3-4 defenses play in this game for the most part. I think I'm still going to try and make it work. So we're going to have Yannick Ngakoue at probably right outside linebacker, push Telvin Smith inside to inside linebacker. Josh Allen's going to play left outside linebacker. Jake Ryan at that point becomes expendable. We can work with Marcel Darius, even though he's getting older, and Taven Bryan, former first-round pick. Marcel Darius is 29. Kind of in a weird limbo where we should trade him now to get the most value out of him. Avery Jones, too. It's a weird team. It's not a bad team, but trading Jalen Ramsey is going to put a huge hole at one of our cornerback spots. So I think if I can package Jalen Ramsey and Jake Ryan and then transition to a 3-4 for like a really good free safety, I might look to do that. Although even with a player as valuable as Jalen Ramsey is, it's going to be still super tough to trade for good players, because some players are pretty much untouchable. Like 26 years old and talented, very, very tough to get. It's easier to trade for a guy like Julio Jones, who's 30, who's a 99 overall, than an 85 who's 25. You know, I don't know if that makes much sense, but it's true. I could probably trade for Julio. I really could. I don't know if that's what I want to do, though. All right, so it's not possible to acquire Julio, unfortunately. Like, it's just not. He's just too good. So we're gonna have to look in other areas, I would say. I like how the Titans don't have interest in Jalen Ramsey. And it's funny, even especially because of this, because their cornerback group is not all that good. And Jalen Ramsey's from Nashville in Tennessee and wants to play for the Titans. I find that especially fun. So I'm sure a very controversial trade to start things off. It is tough to get really, really good players. It is. It's very, very difficult. This is the best that I could do, and I think this is not a bad trade for us. Jalen Ramsey, who wants to go anyway, so we pretty much have to trade him. Jake Ryan and a fourth for a first-round pick from the Bucs, so a very valuable pick in there. And also O.J. Howard, 84 overall, very young tight end. Think he can develop into being a very, very good player, and it is at a very, very weak position for this Jaguars team. So O.J. Howard instantly is a huge upgrade there. Yeah, would I make that trade in real life? I wouldn't. I really wouldn't. But I think it's actually going to work out pretty well for us in this this rebuild fantasy land. So just bear with me. Promise I'm working on something. We're gonna get this together. We're going back to the Bucs, by the way, to make our second trade. It's Marquise Lee and A.J. Khan for Ali Marpet. I don't particularly care for Marquise Lee. He's 27. He's the oldest of the receivers that we have. He is the highest overall at an 80. However, 79, 77, 76, 73, not too much lower than that. I want a true number one. And if I have to trade, you know, a borderline number one on this current team for, you know, a great right guard, I'm going to do that to beef up this offensive line and get this offensive line moving in the right direction. And it's already good. I think this pretty much solidifies it, at least on the inside. Still need to work on left tackle. I think Jamar Taylor's going to be fine at right tackle, but I think that's fine. Quarterback is still a concerning position for me, as is free safety, as is cornerback. But this is the defense in the 3-4 look. I think it looks awesome. And the special teams wise, we're good. We got Josh Lambo and company. We are golden. Josh Allen will be a rush end, as will Yannick Ngakoue. Coleus Campbell up the middle. DJ Hayden at slot cornerback worries me a bit. I'm also going to play Miles Jack at sub linebacker to get him getting more experience points, because he's going to be progressing as Telvin Smith regresses. We'll keep D.D. Westbrook in the slot. Why not? Alfred Blue is a third down running back. Leonard Fournette. Whatever. We're going to simulate now to the midseason mark. I'm done making trades, and we'll see what we're capable of. We are 5-3 at the midseason mark. Yannick Ngakoue is an impending free agent. We are second in the AFC South. The Colts are doing quite well, as we got crushed by the Jets in Week 8. I definitely want to bring back Ngakoue. I think that's going to be a really big sign for us. He's a very good player. Seth DeValve, I care less about. Keelan Cole, I care less about. If he wants like 3 per year, I'm in, but that's probably too much. I know that's only $1.5 million more, but I just don't think he's worth it, and I don't want him. So I'm going to let Keelan Cole walk. Cody Davis, certainly not. Seth DeValve, also do not need. If he takes like less than 2, maybe, I'm not going to do it for 3. Yannick Ngakoue, whatever he's called, should be asking for way more than this. He's worth at least probably 11 per year, and I think he's going to get more in real life. Some team's going to give it to him. We don't have a whole lot of cap room. So this is going to be the one signing we make, and even though that's what I wanted, we need to get rid of some major cap hit, man. This is no good right now. So Ngakoue wants more salary. I'm going to try to rework that in the next week. We have almost no wiggle room whatsoever, which is really, really bad. And what I mean by that is obviously we can't really restructure the deal the way I'd like to because we have no cap room at the moment. So very, very bad. Trading Jalen Ramsey kind of hurt us in a huge way. So there's that. Things are going to be easier next year. We're not going to be able to do anything in free agency, really. But I need Ngakoue to return. So if I can bring... And this has changed so much from what I originally had. I think if we do, like, 2.7... He wants it above 4. So if I can have it, like, 4.5 and then 3.25, he accepts this. We don't have the salary cap room. We just got to bring the bonus down until we actually can make this happen. It's going to be tough. We're just not going to be able to re-sign him. So the plan with Ngakoue now becomes we cannot re-sign him because we're in such a tough position for money. So how do we retain him? We're going to franchise tag him, and that's going to be super, super expensive, which is fine. So we're going to be in negative cap going into year 2. I think it should even itself out as we lose some money. We drop some money off the books as Josh Allen gets new ability. We don't make the playoffs. Finished 9-7. Not ideal. But we're just in a tough spot where, and I guess that means he's a superstar dev, right? That's cool. We're just in a tough spot where we can't really improve the team through free agency in any way, or even retaining some of our best players. D.D. Westbrook is improving up to an 82, O.J. Howard up to an 86. He's going to be the best tight end in the NFL. I don't know about real life. I think he has potential in real life to do that. But in the game, I think he's going to be able to. He's already up to an 86. He's going to be very, very high. Defensively, Josh Allen does have superstar. He's up to an 85. That's fantastic. Ngakoue at an 86. Taven Bryan up to a 77. Marcel Darius improved slightly. That's probably going to be a player we have to trade. Other than that, I'm looking in the draft for still D-tackle probably, so because Darius is going to be gone. Might be able to get a first-round pick out of that if we're lucky. Free safety, cornerback on defense. So safety, corner, interior defensive line, boom, that's fine. Players about to regress in a huge way, though. Unfortunately, that's going to suck. On offense, wide receiver, maybe tackle. I don't know if we have to. And then maybe wide receiver. Some of these positions we can worry about next year. But, I mean, we'll see what we can do. It's going to be so tough because we're about to get hit hard by regression. Like, you have no idea. Campbell's going to be down in 87, maybe. Darius at a 77. It's going to be super bad. Maybe not a 77 for Darius. Maybe like a 79 as the Cowboys beat the Colts in Super Bowl 54. I have to franchise tag Ngakoue. He's going to want even more money now, probably. We just have no money to re-sign him. There's just none. So, of course, he wants to play for a new team, but that can't happen. So, we're going to franchise tag him. It's 1 year. It's only 11.5 per year because he's at outside linebacker. He's not taking a defensive end. Oh, man, that's a scheme, by the way. If you guys want to franchise tag players for cheaper, well, I mean, you could edit their contract, I guess, but change their position, like make him a punter and then franchise tag him with the punter salary. That's a scheme. However, we're strapped for cash. We can't really do anything in free agency. We'll check out some of the stats. Knowing that we lost really matters. So even though I kind of did this a little bit too late, we're fine. 22nd offense is not great. Our defense was the 4th in the NFL. That's pretty good. I like that. Offense just has to come along. Nick Foles, I'm not sure that he's the guy. Leonard Fournette continues to struggle. Receiving, D.D. Westbrook had a good year, as did O.J. Howard. I mean, those are great numbers. 743 yards, 8 TDs. Chris Conley was quite good as well. Defensively, Myles Jack had 118 tackles. Let me check out sacks allowed real quick. 8 for both tackle spots is pretty solid. Tackles for loss, 17 for Coleus Campbell. Oh my goodness, our defense was dominant. 15 for Ngakoue, 14 for Jack, 12 for Josh Allen and Marcel Darius, 8 even for Taven Bryan. Quarterback sacks, Allen had 12 as a rookie. That might be good enough for Defensive Rookie of the Year. 9.5 for Coleus Campbell, 9 for Yannick Ngakoue. 10.5 combined for our D tackles, or I guess other interior defensive lineman in Taven Bryan and Marshall Darius. 3 picks for Telvin Smith led the team. Boye had 2, and Trey Herndon had 2 as well. Forced fumbles, not a whole lot. And then I doubt we had any defensive touchdowns, and we did not. Offense has just got to match what the defense is doing as Josh Allen wins MVP. Always interesting to see that. AFC Offensive Player of the Year is Josh Allen. No Jags in there. Defensive Player of the Year is Von Miller. Telvin Smith at 3 is neat. Miles Jack at 5. Josh Allen at 8. Yeah, our defense is balling out. Offensive Rookie of the Year is Hollywood Brown for the Ravens. No Jags in there. And Defensive Rookie of the Year is indeed Josh Allen. So that is fantastic. I guess there's even a shot that he went up to Superstar X Factor after that, although I highly doubt that. We have negative 17.3 million in cap, and that doesn't mean I turn cap off. There'd be no cap at all. They got to take Andrew Luck out of the game, dude. That's so frustrating to see him consistently in here, because some team's going to sign him, and he is going to totally screw everything up, because one team's going to be dominant with Andrew Luck that probably shouldn't be. And I'm just going to edit him and take his contract down to nothing and take him off the books. But we're going to go to the draft. I'll figure that out in a minute. Don't even worry about that. Don't worry your pretty little head about that. Just use code Bengal on SeatGeek to save yourself $20 when you buy tickets for anything. Wait, what? You know what I just realized is killing us so much for cap? It's Nick Foles. Oh, that's so frustrating. Like, look at this cap hit. Well, there's Marcel Dare. Oh, my goodness. I didn't even know that. Good Lord. Unbelievable, really. But Nick Foles in here. An insane amount. Coleus Campbell, who's down to an 86. An insane amount. Look at these huge contracts that are going to be coming off the books. A top 3, probably. Well, I don't know about Nick Foles, per se, but 2 of the top 3, almost certainly. Also, a huge shout out to Patreon supporters. You guys keep the dream alive. Shout out to Parent Pro. We will be changing some of the draft picks to some Patreon supporters, so definitely look forward to that. Well, any of the new ones. I don't want you guys to have to see the same names over and over again. So, Dolphins have the number 1 overall pick. I haven't seen this draft class at all. I usually check it out a little bit, but we'll just simulate to our pick. At number 5 overall is Jawan Stevens, a 76 overall receiver, goes out of Vandy to the Carolina Panthers. And we could take a quarterback. James Branson out of Michigan State. Looks really, really good. Looks really good. Hunter Dawson out of Vanderbilt. Also looks really, really good. We just have to decide what's the biggest need for us right now. And we talked about it a little bit, but we'll have to see what's here. Antoine McCray is definitely somebody I want to come back to. Looks like a beast. Gil Whitaker out of Oregon. Looks like a beast as well, man. Look at that combine, too. But, oh my goodness, Marshall House out of Texas, and he's a baller. Says, hey, Roger Goodell, I'm not doing your damn combine. Oh my goodness. Might have to go in that direction. A lot of great depth picks here in this class for sure. Oh my goodness, look at all the first-round left tackles. Holy hell. A bunch of absolute beasts out here. We could definitely take a tackle. Although that's not a super exciting pick, and we don't necessarily need to. I'm actually going to go with a quarterback. We're taking James Branson out of Michigan State. He is a 77 overall. He's got star or better development. Number 3 in the class to match that jersey number, which is actually number 4 because they count 0 for some reason. Doesn't have the biggest arm, but very, very accurate. Pretty good athlete as well. Already the same overall as Nick Foles with a better development trait and obviously a much better age. James Branson, very, very good pick for us. There goes Hunter Dawson, 78 overall left tackle out of Vandy. Man, that's a great player. Okay, so we're making a trade up here with the Jets, trading number 18 overall, a second-round pick next year, a third-round pick next year for number 10. So we're moving up 8 spots and trading some pretty valuable picks next year for this number 10 overall selection. And I think we're going to use it to take our left tackle of the future. I'm not sure that Cam Robinson is the guy, but Riley Wall could be a literal wall at left tackle on that blindside spot. So he is a 76 overall, ranked number 7 in the class. Only normal development, but that's fine. 76 overall is already higher than Cam Robinson is. So this is also a very, very good pick for us. I don't know if I'm done yet. There are still some players that I would love to draft. Who knows what happens? All right, very, very big trade. And yeah, this throws realism far out the window. But Marcel Darius, a third-round pick this year. Nick Foles gets us a 1, a 2, and a 2 from the Indianapolis Colts. I don't know what's happening. So we did take a pretty huge cap hit by trading Nick Foles, but we also got a huge contract off the books in in Marcel Darius. Nick Foles is only going to hurt us this year, and the next year we're going to be in the clear. So it's a longer-term move now that we have our quarterback in the future that we just drafted. I'm also going to do my very, very best to trade up here with the Chiefs for this pick and get the player that I want. Now, it's not going to be necessarily easy because trading never seems to be that easy when it should be in Madden, and very, very easy when it shouldn't be. I don't want to part with a second-round pick, but I'm probably going to have to, and I don't really have much draft capital next year at the moment. We're gonna have to part with a second-rounder for sure, though. But we might be able to get this done. Okay, boom, big trade, big trade. Trading a first year this year, a first year next year, and a second this year, number 63 overall, in order to get a first year this year, number 15. So we're trading from 31 to 15 and a first round next year to get a second rounder next year from the Chiefs and a fourth rounder next year. A lot of trades changing hands this rebuild. I'll tell you, a lot are trading hands, but I think this is a big move for us as we're going to acquire what appears to be the top defensive tackle in this class. Looks to be a very, very good player, and I want him. Gil Whitaker, my guy out of Oregon. Big Gil. I'm Big Gene. Might as well take him. And he is an 80 overall, the best player in the class. Star or better development. I haven't drafted many 80s this year. Big Gil Whitaker is one of them. 6'4", 306, 93 strength, 81 block shot, 78 power move, 80 speed, 78 tackle. Very, very well-rounded and dominant. And he's already the same overall as Marcel Darius. Here's the thing. He's not 30, he's 21. And he has what looks to be probably a pretty good development trade. That is an awesome, awesome pickup. The Chargers out here taking 66 overall players. Couldn't be me in the first round. I'll take one later. But in the first, woo. So I moved Cam Robinson to left guard. He goes up to a 74 overall, and now the Patriots have interest in him. And I definitely want the number 28 overall pick, as you'll see why in a minute. I think there's a very, very good player that we could take. I want to hold on to these or at least 1 second. So if I can trade 2 fifths and we can make this happen, I'd be happy. I won't be able to. It could be like a 5th and a 4th next year, though. I don't think that's going to go through either. No, it will have to be a 3rd next year unless I want to trade a 2nd this year. Because I'm not trading a 2nd next year. Here's what we're going to do. It's going to be number 52. And from the Patriots, I'll get back like a 3rd this year or something. And that probably should go through. It doesn't. I've been bamboozled. I want some type of value back. I'll take like a 3rd next year, maybe. We'll do that. I can get a 4th next year. It's still better than nothing. I'm going to take the 4th next year. Cam Robinson, a 2 this year to move up to number 28 and a 4 next year. I don't know what we're going to turn that into. But we now own this pick, and I'm actually going to use it to take a running back. Kind of weird. I want a 2-headed backfield. I'm not sure that Leonard Fournette is the guy, but Jawan Fletcher could be out of Penn State. Great top 3 skills, great combine. Welcome to the Jacksonville Jaguars. 76 overall, star or better development. We are crushing it. Crushing it. 92 speed, 82 break tackle, 93 agility, 91 acceleration. Really, really good compliment to Leonard Fournette. Not exactly a big, strong trucking back, but should be a great combo with Leonard Fournette in the backfield. So, really, really good addition there. I know we've been trading up and moving around a lot, but I think it definitely has benefited us. We've had an absolutely unbelievable draft. Maybe my best ever. 77, 76, 80, and 76 overall, respectively, for our top 4, including a franchise quarterback, left tackle, and new starting D tackle, and great backup running back. Not bad. This dude's name is literally Matt Black. Kind of cool. It's like we got glossy black somewhere in here. I'll look for it. Oh my goodness, there goes the defensive tackle I was looking at. I wasn't going to draft him with this pick. I was hoping he would last towards the 3rd where it said he was going to be. He's a 75 overall, really good. Now, I'm hoping the free safeties here that I want. I almost traded up, but I couldn't really do it. He still is available. Okay, big win. Antoine McCray out of Oregon. We've drafted 2 Oregon players now with this one. Please be in the 70s. 73 overall, normal dev. Number 19 in the class. We took him at number 50. This is probably my deepest draft class I've ever drafted. So, big wins there. The rest of the scouted players in this class, not very good. We'll go Eric Rayner. He's a backup safety out of Michigan State. 61 overall. I mean, not great, but I mean, we didn't really have much to work with. I'm just going to end it. Oh, I shouldn't have done that. I should have traded down, but whatever. Okay, so obviously we had a draft class for the ages. The CPU really did not do too well down the stretch. They really did not. But as to be expected, we drafted 5 players at 70 overall or above, with the lowest being 73. 4 players at 76 overall or above, which is incredible, including an 80 in Gil Whitaker. So this was definitely the best draft I've ever had that I can think of, at least. And this draft class seems to be very, very strong overall. 2 78s, including the number 1 overall pick. I mean, this was a strong, strong draft class, which I don't mind. I think sometimes it's more fun that way. But we definitely improved in a huge way. Our new quarterback of the future, new running back, who's definitely going to get touches as a 3rd down guy, at least out of the gate. New left tackle. Offense is much improved. Defensively, new defensive tackle starting. Coleus Campbell's regressing quickly. That kind of sucks. Still need to improve at a number of positions on this defense. Cornerback, eventually left end, and that's going to be sooner than you think. I mean, I guess there's not that many. So you guys have seen the team for Season 2, is this? I think it's Season 2. Yeah, it's Season 2. This is the way these specialists looked. The way I'm starting with the defensive line, the reason I'm starting Whitaker over Campbell is just progression versus regression. I think I would like to trade Coleus Campbell. I don't want to, you know? I know it would make sense to for the contract and for the regression, but I might have to. Oh, our cap room is in a tough spot because of what we did with Nick Foles. Had to bite the bullet. It's going to work out in the long term, I promise. This offseason, we should be good, but this season, or, well, I guess next offseason, we should be good. This season could be tough, though. We're going to simulate to the midseason mark, see how the team's doing. We'll catch up and really get a better idea of our cap situation when we re-sign players at about week 8 or so. That actually also reminds me, I stopped the sim because we did have to change one of the drafted rookies to a Patreon supporter. Caden Hunt, welcome to the Jacksonville Jaguars. Thank you very much for your support on Patreon. If y'all want to get involved in that, help me out even more. Always very much appreciated, never required. Obviously never required, but it would mean a whole lot. So if you have it and you can help me out on Patreon, that link, as well as every other link you're going to need, Instagram, Twitch, where I live stream, Twitter, where I act a fool. All those links are in the description. Definitely make sure to check them out. Subscribe if you're new. Like the video. How many advertisements can I do? I mentioned SeatGeek. Use code Bengal for a discount. I think so. So Coleus Campbell is an impending free agent. At 34 years old, I wish I would have traded him year 1. We have a ton of cap room. 80 mil about. Now, Campbell's contract might be big enough to where I can get it off the books if another team can take it, which they probably won't be able to. But if a team can take it, we'll be able to trade him right now. I just very much doubt we'll be able to move him. Yeah, trading Coleus Campbell is just not an option, which I'm fine with. I wish we could just for the value, but there's just no way. However, the rest of these players, I don't really know what we do with him yet. Fournette, I'm definitely undecided on. I want to bring back Dede Westbrook. I want to bring back Yannick Ngakoue and O.J. Howard. Those are the only 3 who are locks. The rest we might figure out near the offseason. But about 90 mil in cap room with this contract, we're going to be set, dude. We are in such a good spot. Trading Nick Foles, Marcel Darius, and was Coleus Campbell the other big 3? I mean, trading those 2, though, those were huge moves for our future. Yeah, see, now Ngakoue is asking for 17.5 per year. That's a whole lot more than the 6 that we tried to get him at last year. that we couldn't even afford. Now, it might be cheaper just to franchise tag him again than to pay him a long-term contract. So I don't know if that's a better idea. Because 11.5, but that's going to multiply. So that might go up to closer to 15. And then it's going to be even more expensive. That's so tough, though. I obviously want him to a long-term deal anyway. But if we franchise tag him as a linebacker, even though it's a second year and it gets more expensive, I still think it's cheaper long-term. Or, well, short-term. Which is, for the long-term of the rebuild, it only goes 4 years anyway, for the most part. I know people are going to want me to give him a long-term contract right here. I think it's going to be cheaper to not do that. So, sorry. And D.D. Westbrook wants better salary. That's all I'm going to do for right now. I know I stopped at week 5 so I could try and trade Coleus Campbell. I'm also going to upgrade while we're here. James Branson wants to go off like that. All good. Also, tell you, since Leonard Fournette is a free agent at the end of this year, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to move Fletcher into the new starting role. I don't know what his development trade is, but now he's going to get the bulk of the carries. We're playing for the future here. We're taking a gamble. I hope he has Superstar X Factor. How sick would that be? Odds are he doesn't, but also he might. He also could have Superstar. That'd be cool. But either way, if we don't bring Leonard Fournette back, it makes no sense to give him carries. It's the same reason I don't have Calais Campbell as our starting rush DT, you know? So we did not make the playoffs, unfortunately. James Branson, with a new ability, definitely has Superstar or higher. We finished 7-9. Look at the AFC South, dude. And that does seem realistic to me that all these teams would finish so close together. 8-8, 7-8-1, 7-9, and 7-9. We finished dead last, even though we were great still. We're gonna check out the stats. I'm not gonna view the development just yet. I'm gonna give myself a little tease. Could you imagine? I mean, that's what we're doing, really, though. 14th offense, 16 defense. We're a middle-of-the-pack team. James Branson had a decent year, 4,300 yards, 28 TDs, 15 interceptions. I mean, it's a great year for a rookie, but it's decent overall. Juwan Fletcher was not good. 3.3 per carry, 2 touchdowns. We did move him into the starting role, like, midway through the season, and no one really got a ton of rushing yards. D.D. Westbrook had a good year. O.J. Howard was once again unreal. Chris Conley was good. Blocking. Our offensive line was not great, but pretty good overall. Riley Wall, the rookie, let up 16 sacks, though. Not ideal. Miles Jack had a great season, 125 tackles, 9 for loss. Although Josh Allen led the team with 12. Yannick Ngakoue had 11. The rookie, Gil Whitaker, had 10. Quarterback sacks, we had 10 for Josh Allen, led the team, 9 for Ngakoue. Interceptions, 4 for Ronnie Harrison, a strong safety, 2 for Telvin Smith, Miles Jack, and DJ Hayden was, they were tied for number 2. Any defensive touchdowns? No. I need to see Offensive Rookie of the Year. I think that's going to go a long way. As Deshaun Watson wins MVP, we have whatever team I am at, Jaguars. AFC Offensive Player of the Year is Deshaun Watson, no Jags. Defensive Player of the Year is Ryan Shazier on the Raiders now. Telvin Smith at 4, Miles Jack at 5. The Offensive Rookie of the Year is, of course, James Branson. Juwan Fletcher finished at number 2, despite not having a good year at all. And then Defensive Rookie of the Year is LaMarcus Sweat. Gil Whitaker at 4. Antoine McCray, starting free safety, at 5. And, of course, Caden Hunt, Patreon supporter, at number 8. All right, moment of truth is going to be at the start of the offseason. I'm very excited to see what some of these new development traits are, if we got any upgrades. I always love that because it happens Super Bowl week. And, of course, the Ravens beat the Seahawks. Earl Thomas gets his revenge on Seattle in Super Bowl 55. But Ngakoue, I think, is going to get franchise tagged. I told you guys about my plan, my strategy with that one. And James Branson has Superstar X Factor. Big moves. Big moves to draft him. Did he get upgraded to that, or did he have it? He had it. Oh, man, I love to see that. He's at an 82 overall. In case you care about his ability, it is fearless. So, fearless quarterbacks are unintimidated by the pass rush. When they enter the zone, their passing accuracy is unaffected by defensive pressure. He also has lofting deadeye, long range deadeye, and homer. So, enters the zone easily at home. Good for him, I guess. Fletcher only has star. I was hoping it'd be higher. Superstar X Factor would have been pretty cool. I don't really see any development upgrades on offense, but on defense, I don't see any either. Which, I mean, I guess is to be expected for the most part. Boye is regressing. Calais Campbell's down to an 81, but he's off the team now, obviously. Boye is going to be done pretty soon here, too. We need to get a cornerback pretty bad. Ngakoue is going to get tagged. Who else is it going to be a free agent? Westbrook, Fournette. Do we want to resign? I mean, what does he want per year? I can easily do that. Yeah, we're going to bring Fournette back. D.D. Westbrook's going to test out free agency. That's not what I like to see. And the franchise tag is going to be 20 mil on a player that I cannot franchise tag because I'm franchising Yannick Ngakoue. Although, if I offer him like less money, would he accept less money? Probably not. I mean, kind of a weak contract. Play for a new team next year. Well, you're not going to. We're going to franchise tag you for, I thought it'd be 14 mil. It's 12.8. It's nothing. That's way cheaper. So we'll just franchise tag him every year and say, it's Madden. You can't hold out on me, bitch. See you guys for free agency. We've got a lot of money to spend. So there's no real point to pinch pennies here. But I think it's going to help us long term because, I mean, as these players get better, they're going to, take more and more money. Kendall Fuller could be a big addition for us. Good slot cornerback. I actually probably am going to do that. Ibukam as well. Can play middle linebacker with Telvin Smith regressing. The hell? There's a 74 overall, 24-year-old superstar development right tackle who's a free agent. I wonder who drafted this guy. Clearly a really good player. We're going to offer on him because it's not that cheap. Or, excuse me, it's not that expensive to get a really good player. Offer him a 7-year deal. I mean, he's definitely going to be worth the money. And then we could either start him. We could either start him or trade maybe Juwan Taylor. I'm not really sure. I just know it's important to have valuable players because you can end up trading them for things or, otherwise. So we got the right tackle Brinkley. We also got Devontae Parker. Now, I would let D.D. Westbrook go. Instead, we got a player of, I think he's 1 year older, but has superstar development. So Devontae Parker at some point got upgraded to superstar. He's 83 overall. Still has a little bit of room to grow for sure. I know you guys see a lot of him in Dolphins franchise, the actual gameplay series on my channel. If you're new here, give it a shot. Test it out. There are 30 episodes or so free to watch if you're interested in that. So you can definitely binge watch that. I know a lot of people do. But, yeah, I mean, he's really good. And superstar dev is so huge. Adds to the color on this offense. We got the gold and the red with James Branson, who looks like Andrew Luck. That's funny. Throw accuracy deep goes up. Awareness goes up. Yeah, he's on the path to being an absolute stud. Not that he's not already. Superstar X Factor 83 overall is pretty good. Here's what we need to do. Cornerback, defensive line. See, we could move back to a 4-3 now because we'd have Taven Bryan and Gil Whitaker at defensive tackle, and Ngakoue and Allen at defensive end. And then all we need is a linebacker. I would actually probably prefer that. Oh, if Ibukam is still available, that's definitely the move. Tell me nobody signed him. That'd be so clutch if he's still available. Please, 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 please. He is gone. He signed with the Miami Dolphins. Luck goes to the pay. I'm not allowing it. I'm taking him out of here. I'm not allowing it. We also got Kendall Fuller. That is a gigantic addition to the team. Really, really helps us out at cornerback. And it's still a position of need for us with A.J. Boye regressing and there not being too much else at the position. Kendall Fuller is a slot cornerback. That's maybe where he's not going to have to play here. I know he's really good in that role. And I'm sure if we generate the best lineup, he's going to fill that role. I got to figure it out. Haven't quite yet. And I think we're going to stay into 3-4 because their defense has been playing so well. And I'll just look to pick up an interior defensive lineman to play right end. So we only have a mid-second round pick due to the trades we made last year in order to make our team really, really good, which I think they were good moves. We're going to pause the draft, by the way, because if I want to make a trade and trade up, I don't want any of these players going off the board. And Kamani McDougal out of Oregon State looks pretty unbelievable. We're gonna figure out what the next move is. All right, big trade as Juwan Taylor is headed to Chicago. We signed that right tackle in free agency. Might as well use him. Juwan Taylor has worse development, only 2 overall higher, and a year older than that right tackle. So we're gonna move Juwan Taylor. I know this has been super unrealistic, but some people like that, so that's what we're doing here. 4th round pick this year and a 2nd round pick next year to get number 2. And with number 2 overall, I think we're going to use it to take a corner. And that is going to be in the form, I believe, of Kamani McDougal out of Oregon State. I think he's going to be a beast, and he is quite. Number 1 in the class, a.k.a. number 2. Hidden development, so star or better. Very, very good player. 96 speed, 80 man, 70 zone. Good play rec. Press is nice, too. Jumping, good. Yeah, really solid pickup. His name is not Lindsey. No, it isn't. How did I not notice that? His name is Lindsey. You can't have that name. Your first name can't be your last name. Oh my, that's so stupid. Jerrod Wilson, 2 fourth-round picks for number 8 overall from the Cowboys. And we're going to take Coleus Campbell's replacement. It's going to be a defensive tackle who's going to play, of course, on the outside in a 3-4. That is Austin Hull out of Texas A&M, 6'4", 302 pounds. Unbelievable combine and great top 3 skills. He is a 77 overall with star or better development. Number 3 in the class, which means number 4. We took him at number 8. I think this was definitely worth the trade up. 89 strength, 77 block shot, 81 power move, 80 speed. What a beast. This has been such a good collection of drafts, it's not even funny. All right, midway through the second. Hopefully one of the receivers I want is still available. By one, I mean like, the only one I want. And he is. We have some really good players still available. I'm going to go with Vincent Hendrix here out of Texas A&M here in the second round. Seems to be a good player, deep threat. And he is a 73 overall, number 17 in the class. Another really good pick for us. Star or better development. What are you good at? He catches pretty well. He's a receiver, I should hope so. He's just another well-balanced player. Not that fast, though. 87 speed is a little bit lackluster. We're going to trade a 5th round for a 4th rounder next year and then end the damn thing. I'm done with this draft. All right, so another good draft for us is we took 2 players at 77 overall or above and a 73 overall receiver in the second round. I mean, 2 top 10 picks. I'm hoping that we hit on those. I've been doing a lot of trading up into the first round this video, but I think it's been worth it. We've drafted some really, really good players. Didn't get the best player in the draft, though. That was Anthony Hendrix, a running back out of Utah State. Shout out to Darwin Thompson. That's the most recent Utah State running back I can think of. We did well, though. We did quite well. This was a really stacked draft class as well. Look at all the 77 overalls. A bunch of 76s, too. I'll take it. I think we did well. This will be the team for season number 3. I love seeing the different colors in here. Just like it makes your team feel that much more valuable. It's rewarding to draft Superstar and Superstar X Factor. So we got Brinkley starting at right tackle now. Of course, the rookie Hendrix is going to play over DJ Chark because he has star or better development, which is huge for, you know, development, obviously. Defensively, we, of course, have Hull starting at right end. They should be swapped, but that's fine. I'm starting McDougal over Boye because of development and potential. AJ Boye is 30 now. He continues to regress, unfortunately, but it's how it is. I really can't do much about it. Now, I could trade him, but we're going to keep him on the team. And then as far as the special teams goes, we got the 2 rookies as the return men. And then specialists, I have Hull as our rush D tackle number 1 over Whitaker because, again, could have Superstar or Superstar X Factor development. I want that over Whitaker, higher potential. And Fuller, of course, will be in the slot. McDougal can be our backup slot. Hendrix in the slot as a receiver, and the backup running back, Juwan Fletcher, at third down running back. So those are the way, or that's the way we're going to have this team set up. I'm going to use some Coach XP here, see what we can do with this squadron, and then simulate to the midseason mark. I am going to spend on DB training boost and offensive line training boost. Not doing so well. We're 2-5 at the midseason mark. How is this happening? I don't like it. Colts are 5-3. Why can't we win games? I don't know. It's a good question. It really is. Ngakoue is a free agent again, obviously. I'm just going to keep franchise tagging him. Sorry. Telvin Smith, AJ Boye, Taven Bryan, Ronnie Harrison, DJ Chark. A lot of free agents. I want to bring back all these guys. Telvin Smith is regressing, which kind of sucks, but, you know, sometimes that's just what happens. So DJ Chark, Ronnie Harrison, Taven Bryan, AJ Boye, Telvin Smith all return. AJ Boye is on a 1-year deal. I think Telvin Smith is on a 2- or 3-year deal. And Ngakoue, I am going to franchise tag again. It's just cheaper too. I mean, I don't care. So we ended up making the playoffs. We went 10-6. We won the division. That is quite the comeback. I'll show you the schedule. I did not force wins. I thought we were going to lose big time, but we didn't. We started off really, really poorly. We lost by 2, lost by a touchdown, lost by 3, won by 3, lost by a touchdown. These are all really, really close games. And then we just happened to win all of them, except for a 4-point loss to the Patriots in Week 16. But we were excellent after Week 9. That is insane that we managed to fight back and win the division. This team has an ass that doesn't quit. Wait, what? So, James Branson, good year. 4,000 yards, 33 touchdowns, only 7 picks. It's a great year. Rushing, Leonard Fournette, you can't really say the same about, but Juwan Fletcher was quite good. We didn't really get the ball all that much. Receiving, Devontae Parker had exactly 1,000 yards, 6 TDs. The rookie at A&M, Vincent Hendrix, 67 catches for 814, 9 touchdowns. O.J. Howard, 800-plus yards, 10 touchdowns. Great year for him. Defensively, Miles Jack had a really good year. 8 tackles for loss. Although Kendall Fuller had 11 from that slot cornerback position, led the team. 10 for Ngakoue, 10 for Taven Bryan. Quarterback sacks, 11 for Josh Allen, 7 for Ngakoue and Whitaker. 5.5 for the rookie Austin Hole, another Texas A&M rookie. But 3 interceptions for Kamani McDougal at Oregon State led the team. I'd love to see that. Forced fumbles. Talvin Smith had 1. A couple other players did as well. No defensive touchdowns. But I would love to see offensive and defensive rookie of the year. Zeke wins MVP as he does a lot. No Dak in here ever. There's Jacoby Brissett doing Jacoby Brissett Madden things. AFC Offensive Player of the Year is Andrew Luck on the Patriots. I forgot to take him off of that team. They went 8-8. I don't know. Records are so stupid. Nick Foles is on the Colts and in the running for Offensive Player of the Year now at a 75 overall. James Branson, who's an 85 now at number 8. Defensive Player of the Year, Myles Garrett. Any Jags in here? No. Offensive Rookie of the Year, it goes to Xavier Phillips and not my man Vincent Hendrix. That's trash. Silas Windsor, whoever that is, at number 4. And Defensive Rookie of the Year is Kamani McDougal. Austin Hole at number 3. I like to see these Jags represented. Let me tell you, say what you will about one thing or another, but God doesn't hate Jags. New ability for Vincent Hendrix. So he's got to have superstar or higher development. He has superstar dev. That is an excellent, excellent second-round pickup. Did he have that? He must have. Vincent Hendrix. What are his abilities? In and out, or in-out elite, and streak specialist. So he just is a beast route runner, is what it sounds like. Brinkley's up to a 78. O.J. Howard up to nearly a 90. That's what the number 89 is, nearly 90. Branson up to an 87. Defensively, I don't really see many development. McDougal has superstar. Did he get that for winning the award, or did he have it? We're going to find out in a second. He must have had it. Huge pickup. Number 2 overall draft pick. Has unfakeable and universal coverage. So he plays tighter coverage and force more catch knockouts in man-to-man end zone. Abilities are really strong this year. You're going to want to have them. And this was a really, really great draft pick for us, obviously. Ronnie Harrison moving up. Josh Allen's a 93. Hull only has star, but star isn't bad. So I don't really mind that. We'll get Whitaker up to an 85 overall in just his second year. +2 block shed. I mean, he looks like a beast, dude. And I've just been rocking straight like 100 XP sliders for all of my rebuilds pretty much this year. Because I've experimented. I'm like, I don't really think you need to play with them. I think 100 is actually pretty good. So no real complaints from me on that front. And I guess we don't even really need quarterback training boost. I'm going to do wide receiver. I think it's going to be more worthwhile for us. So we got the Browns in the divisional. We'll do another season after this because I'm having a lot of fun, actually. So we're not going to jump in the divisional, but I'd love to beat the Browns here and advance to the conference championship. We do not. We lose 38-28. That's a little bit disappointing. But I'm excited for another season. Season 4, let's bring a Super Bowl to Jacksonville, to Saxonville. I am down. The Giants beat the Chargers. I'm a Giants fan. 34-28. As Ngakoue is going to get tagged again. Nobody else has to be brought back. We'll sign a different punter in free agency. Leon Jacobs, I don't care about. Ngakoue, just going to bring down his salary so he declines. And then we will franchise tag him. It's going to be more expensive this year, but it's still under 14 mil at 13.9. So I am very, very happy to do that. Did we get any development upgrades? Please tell me we did. I'd love to see a new Superstar X Factor. Not seeing anything on offense. at all. What about defense? Somebody. Please, somebody. No. Did anyone? I don't think so. It's kind of sad. Telvin Smith is down to an 80. It's a little bit unfortunate. Jair Alexander's here. I don't really need him. That's the thing. It's kind of weird. Leighton Vander Esch could be a decent pickup. J.J. Watt is here. Don't need him either. Gallup could be a decent addition. So we went out and signed Jair Alexander. That is a huge addition. And you got to wonder, it's like, why would I do that? Because A.J. Boye is out of here. That's the reason. We needed another cornerback. And Alexander definitely fits the mold. So McDougal can move up now. Because Kendall Fuller's our slot guy. We just have 3 sick cornerbacks. Or, what about this idea? I don't know if you're going to like this or not. But, what if I move Kendall Fuller to safety? He already can tackle well. That's why he's such a good nickel cornerback. That's why he's such a good slot player. His zone coverage isn't bad. What if he played safety? What if he played free safety? 80 tackle? I mean, like, I feel like that'd be such a good addition to our team. And then we can even keep A.J. Boye. Or Boye could move back to safety. Oh, that's not really his best role. Only has 58 tackle. I want to see what Kendall Fuller's overall is at free safety. I would anticipate that it's quite high. Yeah, so Kendall Fuller's a 92 overall at free safety. We're going to keep him at free safety. McCray can be a backup. This defense is just too silver. I know we got some superstar dev here and there. I need some more superstar/superstar X Factor. So we pick at number 26 overall. Per usual, I'm just interested to see where some of these teams are, like, or where some of these top players are. I don't even know what we need, to be honest. I feel like wide receiver is maybe the only thing that I can think of. McFarland looks pretty good out of Oregon State. We've already gone to Oregon State so far once in this rebuild. I think it's our quarterback, so Harvey McFarland might have some chemistry there. That would be so cool, by the way. Oh my goodness. What if players from the same college had like a chemistry boost? So there was incentive to pair up teammates, like from college. I don't know. I'm just brainstorming. Obviously, you could change it, but you could change anything, you know? So, there's my man, Jamichael Stroud. Looks decent. The highest overall pick in the top 6 so far, well, there it is. Jalen Boyd. They were all 75 and below. There was a 77. Pretty good pick there. All right, we're making a move up from 26 to 11. Trading a second round next year and a third rounder this year. So big move up, and I think it's going to be a very good pick. We're going to take a wide receiver here, and he can absolutely fly. He's a deep threat. His name is Timmy Skinner out of Stanford. 4'3" at 6'2". Welcome to the Jacksonville Jaguars. 76 overall, hidden development. That's number 3 in the class, so number 4. Star or better development. Pretty good pick there. We could trade DJ Chark if we wanted to. He just flies. He's a deep threat. Now, I don't need to trade DJ Chark, but I think adding a playmaker makes a lot of sense in that spot. So that's why I did that. And now, in the 4th round, I'm going to take a 7th round projected defensive tackle at LSU, Sheldon Reese. Shows first round talent. 70 overall with star or better development. Number 30 in the class. We took him at 119. Could have been around even later. Not a bad selection at that point. And that's going to do it for this draft here as we head into year number 4, the 4th and final season. I mean, Calvin Dell out of Ohio State, who I looked at, really, really good defensive tackle. Just didn't really make sense to take him, obviously, as we are set on the defensive line. I mean, still a pretty good draft class, just not as strong as some of the ones we saw in the first couple seasons. This was definitely the weakest, I would say, by a lot. We're also going to bring back Marcel Darius. He'll be a backup defensive tackle, already familiar with the scheme, whatever that means in Madden. But we'll bring him back, and we'll have a good backup. We'll also sign Jake Bailey to be our punter because I forgot to sign a punter. So Bailey works out pretty well there. And let's show you guys a team for the 4th and final season. I'm expecting big things, hoping for big things, but I mean, you really never know with some of these. This is the team. Sick offense, in my opinion. Got Skinner as our slot receiver, our 3rd receiver. Defensively, sick as well. Kendall Fuller moves back to free safety. Of course, McDougal getting a lot more action at that cornerback spot. Reese we drafted, and then Darius. Special teams, if you care. Skinner is going to take those. And then specialists, he's in the slot. You got Fletcher taking more snaps too. Fournette can be our power back. And then this is the nickel and dime at defense is Whitaker and Ngakwe Allen across the D-line. Miles Jack and A.J. Boye, sub-linebacker. And nickel cornerback, respectively. Let's go ahead and simulate to the midseason mark, just for a quick check-in, see how the team's doing. And then we'll simulate to the playoffs, which I would hope we make with this type of team. We are 5-3 at the midseason mark. I'm hoping that puts us in a good position to make the playoffs here. 85 offense, but 91 defense. Do we know the development? Skinner's got star. A little bit disappointing, but I mean, that's good. It's good development. Defense coming along nicely. Who is Corey? Oh, Corey Brinkley's the right tackle. That's right. 80 overall now. He has zone blockers. He's superstar development. I'm a fan. 87 offense, 93 defense. This team can bang. All right, we made the playoffs. Did not do well. We went 8-8. Barely snuck in. Thankfully, the Colts and the Texans and the Titans all sucked. Otherwise, this would not be a playoff team. So, offense was bad. 22nd in the league. Defense was good. 8th in the league. I don't know what's going on with the offense, man. It's just, it hasn't really ever caught up. And our running game's been terrible. It really has been. Receiving, O.J. Howard continues to be a beast. Devontae Parker was good. Vincent Hendrix was good. Skinner as a rookie, I wish he would have been targeted more. But our offense just really not good this year. Yannick Ngakoue had 14 sacks, so 11 for Austin Holt, 10 for Gil Whitaker. I see 5 interceptions. Miles Jack, 3 for Ronnie Harrison, 2 for Jair Alexander. Forced fumbles, 2 for Miles Jack. Fumble recoveries, only 2 on the team. And Quincy Williams also had a defensive touchdown at a Murray State. Shout out to John Morant. Let's check out awards real quick. Josh Allen wins another MVP. Mariota. Dude, I don't know how the Titans offense performed so well. Doesn't make any sense. They won 6 games. How is he in the running for MVP? I think the awards are so screwed this year as Josh Allen wins Offensive Player of the Year. There's Andrew Luck. No Jags, Defensive Player of the Year. Miles Jack wins it, actually. Who is the creative player here? Lamar Washington, cornerback. In the something McDougal draft. Dexter McDougal's a real player, or was. As Timmy Skinner, sounds like a viciously bad porn name, is 4th in Offensive Rookie of the Year. And then Defensive Rookie of the Year is Donovan McCollum. No Jags. So Skinner has passed DJ Chark. So I like that. This team is so good. Reese, we still don't even know his development. He's up to a 74 overall. I'm going to find out. I'm curious. I really am. So, Bengal, I don't know who would complain about this. I really don't, but he's got star. Didn't change anything. But I did want to know. So, this is a good team. I hope they do numbers. Whatever that means. I hope they win games in the playoffs. We got the Chiefs. 9-7 Chiefs made the playoffs, and we're 8-8. Here's the difference, though. We are an 88 overall, and they're a 77. Yet they win more games. So we are up to an early 7-6 lead. Can we extend that 10-6? But the Chiefs are not giving up. They're up by a field goal, and that makes it even more with 10 points. We answer with a quick touchdown and then another score. We're going to jump in, though, with 5 seconds in a 20-20 game. We're playing defense. We have to stop Patrick Mahomes. It's 3rd and 1. Looks like they're running the football. Let's move up to the line with Ronnie Harrison. They're wasting time. It's play action. I got to get back. Oh, my goodness. That would have been open anyway, based on the blitz that we sent. Ronnie Harrison wasn't going to be on that. That is unfortunate, to say the least. I'm going to have to throw that quickly and just get the yard. Skinner, though, big first down. I didn't think that'd be a first down. Our quarterback has 2 picks today, only 1 touchdown. Hopefully, I don't add to that. Is O.J. Howard open? First of all, clears a flag. I guess it's holding or defensive pass interference, perhaps? It is going to be DPI. All right, I'll take that. That's a big penalty. However, Our quarterback throws the ball like Phillip Rivers. He throws it like Uncle Rico from Napoleon Dynamite. He throws it like me, as we're going to scramble with Branson here, and there's space. It's going to be a hold. It's coming back. He throws it like me in that Phillip Rivers Twitter video that has over 2 million views. If you guys haven't seen it, make sure to check out my Twitter, obviously. Twitter.com/BengalDesigns. That's a very, very huge hold. That sucks. Very tough. 3rd and 19 here. That penalty really, really hurt us. We'll see what we can do. This is huge. I'm going to take a shot. Branson, end zone for Parker. Devontae Parker! Did he make the catch? Are they saying no? Oh my goodness. How did he not? 4 down territory and just went shorter to make this more possible. But we're going to go deep here for Devontae Parker. Only thing somewhat open, and he drops the ball. That's so tough. The game is not over yet, though. We're going for double aggressive. We need a turnover. Very, very badly. That face mask was beyond stupid because they're almost in field goal range. Looks like play action. Please somebody get to him. Taven Bryan, please. Let's go, baby. We're going to have a minute and a half to drive the length of the field and score a touchdown to tie the game. Or a 2-point conversion to win it. Or most likely an interception to lose. Or I'll probably end up taking sacks. This doesn't go well for me. We're at the 6. Fantastic. Yeah, great punt, dude. I need yards in this play. We haven't gotten any yards. We're just in such a tough position. Howard, that's an interception. That's tough. Obviously, that's a really, really bad pass. But not ideal. Not ideal. It was a tough play anyway. I don't think we could have got it, but that's definitely not what we needed. Now we need the football. And there's football on the ground, recovered by Yannick Ngakoue. Oh my goodness, man, what is this game? Yannick Ngakoue got the strip and the recovery, and we still have a chance somehow with 2 timeouts. And we improved on our field position. Yeah, 2 yards, but it counts. They're blitzing heavy. That's open, though. Please. DJ Chark drops it. God, I had to react so quick with that blitz coming in. How about we just catch the ball? That'd be great. There's pressure, and people don't get open, and that's an interception somehow. I take a one-on-one chance. That's the game, obviously. Brandon Flowers, I guess, picks it off. Doesn't look like him. Probably just a rookie with the name B. Flowers. I mean, just look at this here. And maybe it's not a great play call you can pin it on, but check this out. So if we zoom out, looking at my options, far left of the field, not open. That's double covered, corner and safety. This is single coverage. This is pretty tight coverage, not open, and there's a safety. This, tight coverage, and there's a safety. My best bet is right here, throwing towards the middle of the field, finding an opening over the linebacker. We throw at it, over the head of the linebacker, and my receiver is like, I don't play receiver. I play cornerback, and I'm not a very fucking good one. And it gets intercepted. He doesn't ever try to be a receiver. Plays defense immediately in this situation. And that's just a stupid pick. There's literally nothing I can do there. So a really bad end of this video. But we had fun building the team, at least. Oh, man. I hate this game. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed. I will see you in the next one. Take it easy.